Good morning, children. I hope you all are healthy, fit, and fine. After a long time, again we are going to start our classes. So, today I am going to start Geography chapter 4, the atmosphere. What is atmosphere? The atmosphere is a layer of air. Looking down on the earth from the space, one can see a transparent blue haze around the planet. If we see from the space, we can see a transparent. Transparent means the layer from which we can see clearly from one side to another side. So the transparent blue haze means like a layer around the planet, and this layer is actually a thin layer of gases or air. When we see from the space, then we can see a transparent blue haze means layer, and this layer is actually mixture of gases or the air, and it is called atmosphere. So what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a transparent thin layer of gases or air. This is called atmosphere. And the word atmosphere means a sphere of vapor. Vapor means gas. It is derived from the Greek word. Derived means taken out. And this word is taken out from the Greek word atmos. Atmos means vapor or gases. And the spheria meaning sphere. Spheria meaning sphere, and the atmosphere is the most dynamic of four major realms of our planet. So in our earth or in our planet, there are four major realms. Realms means different spheres. Realms means spheres, and this zone where all the weather and climate related phenomena like rain, wind, and snow and storm occur. So in the atmosphere is the most important sphere among four major realms of the earth or sphere. In this zone or in this sphere, all the weather and climate related phenomena means related all the conditions like rain, wind, snow and storms occur. The atmosphere is held to the surface of the earth. The atmosphere is held to the surface of the earth by gravity. What is the meaning of gravity? Gravity means the force from which the earth pull to the things, that is called the gravity, and it is most dense near the surface and gradually thin out higher up. And this gravity is dense means very close near the surface and that gradually thin out higher up, and it is finally merges into outer spaces, and it is merges means mixed onto outer spaces. Now what is the importance of the atmosphere? The atmosphere is a vital for life on the earth. The atmosphere is a vital means very important for life on the earth. Without atmosphere we cannot think that the possibility of life on the earth, and it helps sustain life in various ways. It helps to sustain life in various ways. First one, the atmosphere acts as a blanket by trapping terrestrial radiation. Terrestrial radiation means the radiation which is released from the land. So the atmosphere acts as a blanket by trapping terrestrial radiation and keeping the earth warm. So it ensures that there is a correct amount of heat required for life to exist. Okay, so the atmosphere is very helpful for the trapping terrestrial radiation and keeping the earth warm. If it were not for the protecting covering of the atmosphere, so all the life forms on the earth would have been either burned during the day or frozen to death during the night. Okay, suppose there is no atmosphere around the earth, because atmosphere protect us from the terrestrial radiation. Okay, so then if there is no atmosphere to protect, because atmosphere protect covering of the atmosphere, all the life forms on the earth would be either burned during the daytime because there is a very hot, and frozen to death during the night, because night time the temperature is very less, so all the life forms can be die. While the atmosphere permits incoming solar radiation to enter the biosphere, it blocks harmful rays including most ultraviolet radiation. Atmosphere also permit incoming solar radiation. The atmosphere also permits to the solar radiation to enter in the biosphere. What is the meaning of biosphere? Biosphere means where all three spheres are joined and life can be exist. That is called the biosphere. It blocks harmful rays. This atmosphere blocks harmful rays, that is ultraviolet radiation, which raises from the sun. Next, the atmosphere contains oxygen, and the gas living beings need to breathe to stay alive. Oxygen also contained in the atmosphere, and this is the life giving gas, and this is very important for the living beings. The energy given out by the sun is called the solar radiation. What is solar radiation? Solar radiation is the energy given out by the sun, and the amount of solar radiation received by the atmosphere and the surface of the earth is called insolation. Okay, so what is the amount? First you should know the meaning of solar radiation. Solar radiation means energy given out by the sun, that is called solar radiation, and some amount of the solar radiation received by the atmosphere. So that amount of solar radiation is called insolation. So amount of solar radiation received by the atmosphere and the surface of the earth is called insolation, and the energy reflected from the surface of the earth and the atmosphere is called terrestrial radiation. Some energy also reflected from the surface of the earth and the atmosphere is called terrestrial radiation. The moisture content is in the essential part of water cycle. Moisture means water vapor, is also contains in the atmosphere, and which is essential for water cycle. And green plants need carbon dioxide, which is present in the atmosphere. So this green plant need, which gas they need? They need carbon dioxide to prepare their food. So green plants need the carbon dioxide that also present in the atmosphere, and this gas these plants use for making food. So so many gases are present in the atmosphere, but two main gases, that is oxygen, which is giving life to the human beings or to the living beings, and the carbon dioxide. With the help of this gas, the green plants make their food. So these both gases are present in the atmosphere. Now the composition of the atmosphere. The earth atmosphere is a mixture of several gases. In the atmosphere there are several gases are found, but some gases are very important. They are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and ozone. These are the most important gases. The atmosphere also includes some solid matter like dust particles, salt particles, pollen dust and volcanic ashes and smoke. So these are also present in atmosphere. The most important gases are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and ozone. And except these gases, some solid matter like a dust particle and salt particle, pollen dust and the volcanic ashes and smokes also found in the atmosphere. And in this table there is given the percentage of gases which are present in the atmosphere. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, argon 0.93, carbon dioxide 0.03, neon 0.0018, helium 0.0005, ozone 0.00006 and hydrogen 0.00005 and krypton, xenon and methane are trace, means they are found in very less amount. Now the first important gas is nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas. Abundant means which are found in the air. Plants and animals also need nitrogen for their survival. Means we also use nitrogen, but directly we are not using, we use indirectly. Plants and animals also need nitrogen for their survival, but they cannot absorb it directly from the air. They cannot absorb directly from the air. Bacteria that thrive in the soil. In the soil some bacteria are found, and the roots of some plants convert the nitrogen in the atmosphere. Root of some plants also, they convert nitrogen in the atmosphere and they make it usable for the plants. Animal obtain nitrogen when they eat plant. Okay, means plants, they use the nitrogen from the soil, and some roots also, some plant convert this nitrogen in the atmosphere. And some animals they obtain or they get nitrogen when they eat plants. So in this way they use nitrogen, means directly they do not use they cannot get the nitrogen from the air. So indirectly they can get nitrogen from the air. Next is oxygen. Oxygen is the second most abundant gas in the atmosphere. Oxygen 21% is found in the atmosphere, and it is important for all the living beings, because most living beings or living things, even these human beings also need to inhale. Inhale means to breathe. Breathe in. Inhale it means breathe in for their survival. And oxygen is also essential for combustions. Combustions means burning matter. Ozone is a form of oxygen. Ozone is a form of oxygen. Next gas is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is another vitally important gas, though it make up only 0.03% of the atmosphere. The percentage of carbon dioxide is 0.03%. And a green plant need carbon dioxide and water to manufacture food. Green plant, they use carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. They make their food. And they take it carbon dioxide and convert it to the starch, and in the presence of the sunlight using chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green substance which is found in the plant. Green leaves. Most of the plants having green leaves. So this green color they get from this chlorophyll. And this phenomena is called photosynthesis. Phenomena means this process is called photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? When the green plant make their food in the presence of sunlight by using carbon dioxide and water, and this process is called photosynthesis. Green plant give out oxygen during the photosynthesis. Green plant use carbon dioxide to make their food, but they give out oxygen during photosynthesis. And this oxygen is used by living beings, including plants also, and respire. And the carbon dioxide is released. Even we human being also, we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. And this dual process ensure that the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide is in the atmosphere is always constant, because we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. So this keep balance in these both gases. And this natural balance is affected when we cut down trees indiscriminately, because oxygen, when we cut the trees, it will affect to these gases. And the carbon dioxide absorb terrestrial radiation and radiate it back to the earth. This carbon dioxide or absorb terrestrial radiation. Terrestrial radiation means solar energy released by land. And this trapping of energy by the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere produces what is called that greenhouse effect, and therefore it is called greenhouse gas. What is greenhouse effect? That carbon dioxide absorb terrestrial radiation. Terrestrial radiation means the radiation which released from the earth. So carbon dioxide absorb it and again radiate it back to the earth. And this trapping of the energy by the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere produces, and this is called greenhouse effect. And this carbon dioxide is called greenhouse gas. So another name of carbon dioxide is greenhouse gas. If the amount of carbon dioxide in the air increase, suppose the amount of carbon dioxide is increase, so more heat get trapped on the earth surface. अगर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की अमाउंट बढ़ जाता है तो उसके द्वारा ज़्यादा हीट ट्रैप किया जाएगा, and this lead to increase the temperature of the earth, और इस कारण से अर्थ का टेम्परेचर बढ़ जाएगा. the earth's surface and also layer of temperature or atmosphere in contact within it. And this warming of the earth is called global warming. And this warming of the earth is called global warming. So because this time the people are cutting down the trees, so the temperature is increasing, the temperature of the earth is increasing. So this is called the global warming. The natural balance of the atmosphere is also affected by the burning fossil fuels like coal and petroleum, and this add carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. When we burn something, when we burn fossil fuels like a coal or petroleum, so it also add to increase the amount of carbon dioxide, and it also can disturb the natural balance. Next is dust particle. The dust particle present in the air are also needed to the formation of cloud. These dust particles are also needed. Dust particle, they help to the formation of cloud and resultant precipitation. और उसका result क्या होता है? Precipitation. And they form the nuclei around which water vapor condense into droplets of water. And when several such droplets clump together and clouds are formed. When all these small droplets, they clump together, means they very close together and clouds are formed. Now your work, you learn this table. You learn this table, percentage of the gases. You learn all these composition of the atmosphere. This is your homework. Thank you. Have a nice day.